So this is going to be a tutorial on a trick called the Vortex, which looks like this. It's a kind of beginner trick. It's one of the first things that I think someone should learn when they first pick up a hoop. So I'm going to be using a slightly bigger hoop than I usually use, which I recommend. Using a larger and heavier hoop will help you a lot because the larger diameter will keep it rotating more slow, and the weight will help keep up its momentum even when you screw up or don't know how to move your body yet. So I'm really sick today, so if I sound kind of nasally or if I look like I can't breathe, that's why, so bear with me. A lot of people say that a prerequisite for this move is knowing how to get the hoop off your waist and up into your hand, like that, and then from your hand back down onto your waist, like that. But in all honesty, that's not how I learned it. I didn't know how to do either of those things, and I learned how to do the full Vortex first. So you don't necessarily have to know how to do those to get this, but it is recommended. So what I do to start vortexing, if I'm going not from the hand spin, but from hooping at my waist. So I'm hooping to the left, and I put my right hand behind my back, and I just feel for when the hoop hits my hand, and so I get the beat for this movement. Now, now, now. So when it hits my hand, I'm going to grab it very gently and guide it up off my body. The trick to that is keeping a really loose grip. So it's kind of habit to grab it really aggressively, and if you do that, it's going to stop its momentum and it's going to fall. So try to be really gentle, sometimes only just using your fingers and just kind of guiding the hoop, not really grabbing it and forcing it. Another tip, like I said, is to spin in the same direction of the hoop, because that'll kind of slow it down, and it'll keep the momentum up. So, like, while you're bringing the hoop from your waist to the top and it's in your hand, spinning helps because it'll keep the momentum of the hoop going. Like that. So then if you want to get it back down onto your body, spinning the hoop to the left and in my left hand, when the hoop is in front of you, you're going to grab it gently and guide it down in front of you. So look for when the hoop is in front of you. Now, now, now. And that's kind of your timing to grab it. By that time it's moved behind you, and you pull it down this way. One thing that's kind of tricky from getting the hoop from your hand onto your waist is actually getting it to spin once it gets on your waist. I think a lot of people can get it here, but then it doesn't connect to their body, and so it doesn't stay going on their waist. So a trick, or a tip, I guess, is to keep your hand on the hoop until you feel that connection of the hoop like on your back, so it's actually connecting with your body, and then giving it kind of like an aggressive little push to make sure that it keeps its rotation going. So I'm going to do those a couple times in slow motion. And for those of you who hoop to the right, so the way I learned it is I hoop to the left, but I learned how to do the vortex to the right. Depending on your preference, you can learn it either way. But if you hoop to the right and you want to learn the vortex to the right, then with the hoop in your right hand, rotate it just in your hand clockwise. And then you're kind of just going to like put yourself into that rotation. It's a lot easier to do this while spinning because it kind of slows down the rotation of the hoop. So spin in the same direction as you're vortexing in. So if you're vortexing to the right, like I just was, then spinning to your right. If you want to learn it to the left, then same thing in your left hand, spin the hoop counterclockwise this time. And you're just going to like bring it up and then kind of jump into that rotation. You might learn it that way. Otherwise, like I said, going from this move and this move, and then kind of learning how to put it all together. So I'm going to break down the vortex, and I'll do a couple shots in slow motion so that you can see what my hands are doing. So for this, I'm going to be hooping and vortexing to the left. Definitely expect to get hit in the face a lot. It happens. And it's really frustrating because it's something that looks so easy, but it is really challenging to pick up for a while. But I guarantee that if you drill it just for a little bit, that it'll come pretty fast. So don't get too frustrated, don't get too upset. It'll happen for you. And once it happens, like everything else, you'll be like, why was this so hard? But I think the biggest thing is just being really gentle with the hoop, not grabbing it too hard, and just guiding it. This hoop that I've been working with is a 32-inch 3/4 tubing. Link to my Etsy shop is in the About page of my YouTube channel. I also am hosting a hoop giveaway on my Instagram page, so there's a link to that as well on my channel About page. So definitely check that out. The hoop giveaway started today, the 17th, and will probably be going for a couple weeks. If you have any questions or tips about this tutorial, or if you need any clarification, let me know in the comments and I will get back to you. Otherwise, thanks for watching.